welcome you all for physics class. Okay, so till last class from the lesson wave optics, we had discussed up to Young's double slit experiments. That is for the phenomena of interference, because light have various phenomena: reflection, refraction, interference, and diffraction. So till last class we have studied up to the third phenomena of light. Now we are going to learn the new phenomena of light, that is diffraction. Okay, so what is the diffraction? It's a very simple thing. Imagine you have some obstacle or some object. Okay, that is an opaque object, because light can pass through a transparent or translucent, but through opaque object light cannot travel. So you have a opaque object on the path of a light. Now we are passing a light from a monochromatic source. Okay, from a monochromatic source the lights are emitted, and these light waves are passing, okay, in a straight line. So on the path of the light waves you are placing an opaque object. So at the corner of the opaque object the light waves are further bent. Okay, so at the corner of the opaque object the light waves are further bending. So this phenomena of bending of light rays around the corner of obstacle is called diffraction. Okay, look at the definitions. The phenomena of bending of light around the corner and the encroachment of light within the geometrical shadows of the opaque obstacle is called diffraction. Example, there is a obstacle or opaque object and there is a source. So from the source the light waves are emitted, and all the emitted waves are passing through the path of the obstacle, and there is a large screen is placed. So G and G dash is the screen, and when a light waves that touches this obstacles, it bends around the corners. By observing very close on this screen, so this is the diffraction phenomena. Here you can see on the screen at the center it is a very broad bright lines are there, and on the either side the size of the bright lines are reducing. On the either side the size of the bright lines are reducing. And finally this vanishes away. Okay, so how in a Young's double slit experiments we have found the intensity path difference. So first we have found the path difference, and then intensity at the central maxima. After the intensity, next we have found the central minima, then fringe width. Okay, so all the things we are going to calculate. So path difference, intensity, then wavelength, and the fringe width. Okay, so all this we are going to calculate using Young's single slit experiment. But in interference phenomena we have seen Young's double slit experiments. Okay, now we are going to see Young's single slit experiments. So Thomas Young, he explained the interference as well as the diffraction phenomena. So using a single slit, how we explain only we are going to see. And moreover, during this diffraction phenomena, okay, actually this diffraction is a general characteristics. It behaves like a water wave, sound wave, then light waves, and also a matter wave. How those waves behave, same like this diffraction also has some properties. But only one thing, the wavelength of this is very small. The wavelength of this diffracted light is very small compared to the dimension of the most of the obstacle. So அப்போ நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிட்ட obstacle dimension compare பண்றப்போ இந்த diffraction wavelength is very small, so it has some certain limitations, because our eye also have certain limitations. So based நம்மளோட ஐயை வச்சு தான் நம்ம optical instruments எல்லாத்தையும் அப்சர்வ் பண்ணுவோம், like telescope, microscope. Okay, so those optical instruments are designed to the certain limitation of our eye. Particularly those optical instruments was designed to some resolutions and some limitations of the diffraction. So இந்த நம்மளோட ஐயோட கெபாசிட்டிக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி நம்மளோட ஐ மேக்ஸிமம் எவ்வளவு diffraction சென்ஸ் பண்ணுமோ அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி மட்டும் தான் அதை டிசைன் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. So in our day to day life it's very less phenomena we can encounter this diffraction. I can say one example. You know the CD or DVD So while you bought the new CD or DVD, just you keep in the side and observe on the surface of the CD or DVD, you can get some rainbow pattern like, okay, some Vibgyor pattern like. So that is like a diffraction, okay. So not more examples, only few examples we can experience in our day-to-day life experience. So one example I said. So how Young explain all this using a single slit experiment only we are going to see now. Okay. Now we are going to continue the Young's single slit experiment. Okay. In the previous case, to explain the interference phenomena, Thomas Young used a double slit, which means this is obstacle. On the path of the obstacle, he made a two small opening which is very closer. Okay. So this is slit S1, this is slit S2. So through this, a single monochromatic sources are used. Then, when the monochromatic from the monochromatic source, when the spherical wavefront that reaches the slit S1 and S2, then further the secondary waves are originated. Then after originated, the interference phenomena are made on the screen. Now, the double slit was replaced by a single slit to explain and to demonstrate the diffraction phenomena. Okay. So Thomas Young, he displays the double slit into single slit. This is the obstacle. Okay. On the obstacle, he made a small opening, only a single opening. The single opening is denoted by the letter L and N. So Ln is the single slit. This obstacle with the single slit was placed in front of the monochromatic source. So this is a monochromatic primary source. So from the monochromatic primary source, the parallel waves are emanated, and these emanated parallel waves that strikes the obstacle with a single slit, then the secondary waves are originated. Then the secondary waves are originated with the diffraction phenomena which was made on the screen. The screen is located far away from the slit. Okay. So here the Ln is the slit of width A. So from the diagram I explained here, so Ln is the single slit with the width size is A. Okay. And Lmn are the diffracted points. So from the point only, from the slit and from the midpoint only, the secondary waves are originated. No. So this is the diffracted point which is going parallelly to meet the screen at a point P. So on the Lmn அப்படிங்கிற அந்த மூணு பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்தோம், the parallel diffracted wave goes and meets the point C on a screen. Okay. And theta is the angle made by this diffracted parallel beams to the actual source path. Okay. So theta is an angle made by the diffracted parallel beams to the actual path. So that is the theta. So it is an angle made by the secondary source with the parallel to the slit plane. So slit oda plane ku parallel கிடைச்ச angle எங்கிருந்து from the secondary sources. Secondary sources is L, M, N. But one more thing here, what is the M? I should mention here M. M is nothing but a straight line through the M which is perpendicular to the slit. அதாவது ஸ்லிட்டுக்கு perpendicular source ல இருந்து வர ஒரு straight line அது ஸ்கிரீன்ல மீட் பண்ற பாயிண்ட் தான் C. Okay. So this is a slit. So the opening ஓட center point தான் M. So a perpendicular line from the source on a slit that meet point C on a screen. Okay. So now we are going to determine one thing. The first one, path difference, and then maximum intensity at the center, and the minimum. After that, fringe width. So first path difference we are going to find. It's same like a double slit experiment. So path difference. So NP minus LP. So the path difference between the two edges of the slit is denoted by NP minus LP. Okay. But NP minus LP, which is also equal to NQ, which is also equal to NQ, and from this, see, this is L, this is N, and this is Q, and the angle is theta. Okay. So sin theta we can easily find. What is the sin theta? Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. What is the opposite? NQ. divided by hypotenuse ln so nq by ln but ln is nothing but split width. What is the split width? A. Therefore nq is equal to a sin theta. nq which is equal to a sin theta. Substitute in this formula 1. So the path difference 1 becomes nq is equal to a sin theta, but this angle is very small. Okay, this is not a large angle, very small angle. So this theta is very less, not negligible. So instead of for a small angle, the sin theta is taken as theta, then the path difference nq is equal to a theta. So we found the path difference nq is equal to a theta. Okay. Similarly, we can determine the path difference if the two split planes M1 and M2. Here additionally I mentioned, actually LMN is the secondary source point and LN is the split. M is the perpendicular from the source to the split plane, no. And M1 and M2 we are considered the first small split planes. Okay. Also, if M1, M2 are split planes are separated by y. அதனோட width நம்ம என்ன சொன்னோம்? ln ஓட width வந்து a ன்னு சொன்ன மாதிரி m1 m2 ஓட distance of separation is y. Then path difference என்னவா இருக்கும்? What is the path difference? Then the path difference is m2p minus m1p இதே மாதிரி தான், which is approximately equal to y theta. This is another one path difference. So here we have to sum it up the equal and coherent contribution from the large number of sources, each with a phase difference. So இதுக்குள்ள இருக்க இதே மாதிரி இருக்க எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம ஆட் பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு phase difference நெட்டா நம்ம ஃபைனலா the diffractions is observed on the screen B. So we have to sum it up all this diffraction phenomena which was captured on the screen at a point P. Okay, so this calculation actually done by Fresnel. So we need to sum up equal and coherent contribution from a large number of sources, each with a phase difference, each with a different phase. Actually ஒவ்வொன்றுக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு phase இருக்கும், எல்லாத்தையும் டோட்டலா நம்ம ஆட் பண்ணோம். So இதை யார் பண்ணாங்கன்னா, this one is done by Fresnel. Okay, so Fresnel only done by using integral calculus. So Fresnel என்ன பண்ணாரு, இது மாதிரி இன்னும் ஒரு different phase இருக்க எல்லா waveஸையும் ஃபைனலா சம் integral calculus யூஸ் பண்ணி சம் பண்ணாரு. So அப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா at C on the screen theta is equal to 0. இதுக்கு angle இருக்கா? At the center, screen ஓட centerல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நமக்கு angle இல்ல. So we'll write it here. At C on screen theta is equal to 0. Okay, so all the path difference are 0. So all the split planes are contributed phase to give the maximum intensity at C. So அதிலிருந்து நமக்கு இந்த from the source the perpendicular line drawn to the slit from the M, அந்த லைன்ல அப்படியே போய் ஸ்கிரீன்ல Cங்கிற பாயிண்ட்ல மீட் ஆகுதுல, அப்ப இந்த Cங்கிற பாயிண்ட்ல பார்த்தோம்னா நமக்கு எப்படி இருக்கும்? So we have a maximum intensity. So intensity is very high. So we have a maximum intensity at screen. So we have maximum intensity at the center of the screen at C. Okay, so நம்ம path difference calculate பண்ணியாச்சு. Screen ஓட centerல what is the intensity? That is very maximum because there is no angle. So theta is 0 இங்க at center. இது இப்படி இருக்குது, இப்படியே போச்சுனா 0. So at the center we have a maximum intensity. Next we are going to complete the minimum intensity and then fringe width. Continuity. So we have seen up to the path difference, and then at the center C it has a maximum intensity, but when it goes away from the center, gradually the intensity becomes weaker, and finally the minimum point it becomes 0. So that only we are going to prove now. So from the figure, the intensity has a central maxima. What is an angle? No angle, theta. So at theta is equal to 0. And the other secondary maxima, இதுக்கு வந்து சென்டர்ல பார்த்தோம்னா எப்படி இருக்குன்னா ஸ்கிரீன், இப்போ இந்த ஸ்கிரீனோட இமேஜ் காமிக்கிறேன் உங்களுக்கு. So this is maximum intensity. On either side it reduces. இன்னும் போறப்போ இன்னும் குறையும், இப்படியே போயிட்டே இருக்கும். So here also maximum. So central south அப்போ நமக்கு எப்படி கிடைக்கும்னா wavelength, so maximum, minimum, இப்படி. So இப்படியே போயிடும். ஓகேவா? So now we are going to calculate the secondary maxima, and other secondary maxima at theta is approximately equal to n plus 1 by 2 lambda by a. நம்ம முன்ன பார்த்த மாதிரியே தான், இங்க double slit la பார்த்த மாதிரி. Similarly, the secondary minima at theta is approximately equal to n lambda by a. So this is for the secondary minima for a zero intensity. Here it has maximum intensity, but gradually on either side the intensity reduces, and எந்த ஒரு particular point la intensity becomes 0. For that only we are considered the secondary minima. So this is secondary minima for zero intensity. Secondary minima for zero intensity, where if in the பக்கம் positive இது negative, so where n oda value, so n is equal to plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, it goes on. Okay, so it is easy to see why it has the minima at all these values of angle. So it is very easy to see why all this why it is as the minimum at all these angles value. Now let angle theta, the path difference is a theta, which is equal to lambda, and also a, what is a? A is equal to lambda by theta, yes. Then theta is approximately equal to lambda by a. Now divide this slit into equal halves. இப்போ ஸ்லிட் வந்து ரெண்டு equal halves divide பண்ணிக்கிறோம். Now divide the slit into two equal, சரிபாதியா பிரிச்சுக்கிறோம், two equal halves, that is LM and MN. So LN அப்படிங்கறத LM, அப்ப M ங்கிறது midpoint, it's a perpendicular from the source to the slit, it needs the central maxima at the C. Okay, so at point M2 in MN, actually M2 ங்கிற point எங்க இருக்கு? MN ல இருக்கு. So M2 is the point is in MN such that M1 and M2 is equal to A by 2. அதாவது LN ங்கிறது ஸ்லிட்டோட width A வா இருந்ததுன்னா இது அதுல பாதியா, அப்ப என்னவா இருக்கும்? A by 2. Okay, so A by 2. So path difference, therefore path difference between M1 and M2 at P, அப்ப இந்த M1 M2 ல இருந்து path difference என்னவா இருக்கும்? At P is M2P minus M1P, which is equal to theta into a by 2. But what is the value of a? Already we have. So theta into a, it's a lambda by theta by 2. So theta cancel. So we'll have lambda by 2. So this is the path difference in this case. So this means M1 and M2 are, what is an angle? 180 degree. Parallel, no? It is a 180 degree. But the phase is not, it is in phase. M1, M2 in this case is not in the phase, out of phase. So out of phase and cancel in direction theta is equal to lambda by a. So அப்போ நமக்கு already பார்த்தது theta is equal to lambda by a. So it cancel out because இந்த வேல்யூ வந்து என்னவா இருக்கும் 1 இருந்ததுனா for first case. So 1 into lambda by a. நமக்கு இங்க அதே கிடைச்சிருச்சா theta is equal to lambda by a. Therefore the two halves of the slit cancel each other. இப்போ நம்ம slit ஓட ரெண்டு halves என்ன ஆகும் cancel each other. Therefore two halves of the slit cancel each other and theta value we have found. What is the theta? And theta is equal to lambda by a. So the intensity falls to V போக போக intensity என்ன ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். So குறைஞ்சிட்டே போகும், either side குறைஞ்சிட்டு it falls to 0. That intensity reduced to 0. Okay. So next we are going to see the fringe width. இதுக்கு அப்புறம் fringe width பார்க்க போறோம். So இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம பார்த்திருக்கிறது path difference. ரெண்டு பார்த்திருக்கோம் path difference. NP minus LP க்கு ஒரு path difference and then M2 minus M1 க்கு ஒரு path difference. இப்போ புதுசா ஒரு path difference. அதே மாதிரி at the centerல நமக்கு maximum intensity இருக்கும். ஆனா either sides போக போக intensity குறைஞ்சிட்டு நமக்கு minimum secondary minimum இதெல்லாமே primaryல இருக்குது. the secondary minimum என்னாச்சு reduced to 0. அதை எப்படி பார்க்கிறதுன்னு பார்த்தோம். So next பார்க்க போறது என்னன்னா fringe width. We are going to continue. We are going to see the secondary maximum and the secondary minimum. First, secondary maximum. For secondary maximum, already we know theta is equal to n plus 1 by 2 into lambda by a. A is nothing but slit width. If we take n is equal to 1, 2, 3 goes on, but now we are taking n is equal to 1. So take n is equal to 1. Then what is the theta? Theta is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2. What is the 1 plus 1 by 2? It is a 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 of lambda by a, but the 3 by 2 of lambda by a is equal to 1.5 lambda by a. So we got the theta value for a secondary maximum. So here they go on become weaker and weaker with increasing in n. They go on become weaker and weaker with increasing in n. அப்ப n ஓட வேல்யூ increase ஆக நமக்கு ஸ்கிரீன்ல கிடைச்சு இல்லீங்களா சென்டர்ல மேக்ஸிமம் பிரைட்னஸ் இன்டென்சிட்டி அந்த either side போக போக என்ன ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு ரெடியூஸ் ஆயிட்டே போயிட்டு ஃபைனலா it becomes 0. Okay, so இப்ப n நமக்கு increase ஆக நமக்கு என்ன ஆயிட்டே போகுது இன்டென்சிட்டி வீக்கர் ஆயிட்டே போகுது. So they go on become weaker and weaker with increasing in n. Okay. So now we are considered the angle theta, that is 3 lambda by 2a. Okay. That is theta is equal to 3 lambda by 2a, which is midway between two dark fringes. Which is midway between two dark fringes. Okay. So divide the slit into three equal parts. இப்போ ஸ்லிட் என்ன பண்றோம்னா மூணு ஈக்குவல் பார்ட்ஸா பிரிச்சுக்கிறோம். So divide the slit between three equal parts. If you take the first two-third of slit, இப்போ நம்ம மூணு பார்ட்ஸா பிரிச்சதுல மூணுல ரெண்டு எடுத்துக்கிறோம். If you take first two-third of slit, then path difference என்னவா இருக்கும்? What is the path difference? Then the path difference between the two ends, which is equal to two-third of a theta, which is equal to two-third of a into what is the theta? Theta is equal to 3 lambda by 2a. That is the theta, no? Yes, substitute. Into 3 lambda by 2a. So 2a cancel, 3 cancel. Then we'll get, which is equal to, so the two-third of the two-third of the first two-third of the slit has become wavelength, and the first two halves cancel out. So the first two halves cancel out. Then what will happen? Only the one third of the slit remaining in the one third irukku illaya, one third of the slit that contribute the intensity, between two minima. So நம்ம diagram அழிச்சாச்சு. So between the two minima. So இது இப்போ நம்ம பார்க்க போறது fringe width. There are two fringe width. Already we have seen what we have seen in Young's double slit claim, like first one is a linear fringe width, second one is angular fringe width. So now we are going to find fringe width, that is linear fringe width. What is the linear fringe width? It is the distance between secondary maximum on either side of C. அப்ப C ஓட ரெண்டு சைடுலயே இருக்க, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் Cங்கிறது சென்டரா, அதான் இட்ஸ் வெரி பிரைட் மேக்ஸிமம். அதோட ரெண்டு சைடுலயே இருக்க செகண்ட் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் பிட்வீன் செகண்டரி மினிமம். So linear fringe width is the distance between secondary minimum on either side of C on screen. On either side of C. Already we know theta. So theta is equal to lambda by a, no? Theta is equal to lambda by a. When n is equal to 1, we take. When n is equal to 1, and sin theta, theta is equal to sin theta. Also it is approximately equal to tan theta. What is the tan theta? So from the diagram, tan theta is equal to x by d. What is the d? D is the distance between slit to screen, we know, which is also taken as f, yes, focusing point. So which is also equal to x by f, okay, and this theta value is very small value, no, therefore theta is equal to x by f, but already we have lambda by a. So compare these two equations, and comparing these two equations, x by f is equal to lambda by a, or x is equal to f lambda by a of f. So if you double this distance, then that distance also double, that is 2f lambda by a. Okay. So this is the linear fringe width value. Now we are going to find angular fringe width. What is angular fringe width? So it is an angle between two minima. It is an angle between two minima. Let us take theta as same. Theta is equal to lambda by a. Already we know theta is equal to lambda by a. Angle between two minima and maxima is and maxima is, and minima one angle theta and maxima another one angle theta, which is equal to 2 theta. So how will you change the value formula? 2 theta is equal to 2 lambda by A. So in this lambda by A, what is the lambda by A? Where lambda by A is half the fringe width. Fringe width la pathina lambda by A, half fringe width. Lambda by A is called half the fringe width. Okay, so we have found the linear fringe width and the angular fringe width. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம பார்த்தது secondary maxima and secondary minima. How to find the secondary maxima and the secondary minima. Secondary minima I forgot to say. For a secondary minima only, yes. In a secondary minima, theta is equal to n lambda by A. If you substitute n is equal to 1, then we get theta is equal to lambda by A. This is the secondary minima. Okay, that's it. So finally, the diffractions observed on a screen looks like this. See, so the intensity and the angle. If you plot the graph between the intensity and the angle theta, and this is the intensity. So first we have a now we have got single slit. No, yes. This is from the single slit observations. Okay, and for a double slit, we'll have like this. So at the center it have a maximum intensity, no? So this is I naught at maximum. So in this, the first top layer, this is our original single slit diffractions. So both also overlapping. So this is by single slit and this one by double slit. So the graph comes like this. If you plot the graph between intensity and the angle, the graph comes like this. So both the slit cases were overlapping. Thank you.